Hi, this is Jim from the My Notre Dame Help Desk, and in this video, we're going to take a look at how to create an event registration form using the tickets option. So we'll be starting on the registration tab of an event here and selecting the tickets option. First thing we'll do is choose the maximum number of tickets we have for an event, the maximum amount of tickets a user can purchase for an event, and the ticket due date. Now, the ticket due date is the last day that tickets can be purchased for your event. So if your event has a deadline, you want to enter a date here. And after that date, users won't be able to purchase, or sorry, rather register for the event itself. Next up, we're going to add each ticket type that we'd like to offer for the event. We can do this by clicking on the Add New Ticket button here. From here, we can enter the ticket name, description, and price. So we'll select the one we already had, level 1, you bought 1. We can choose whether to make the ticket free or have a value. Now, setting an expiry date, this basically allows us to override the ticket due date we just set on the previous page. And this will be useful for things like pre-order prices or early bird pricing that may only run for a short period of time, but ends before the regular ticket pricing goes into effect. Next, we can choose the number of tickets that are available. By default, it's selected unlimited. Otherwise, you can select, let's say we've got total 100 tickets for our event, and we only have the level 1 tickets, we have 50 of these, for example. The purchasability section down here towards the bottom, this allows us to restrict who can actually buy. So first thing we're going to do is we have to decide if we do use this, if we want to require the user to meet all of the requirements or at least one of the requirements. We choose those two options here. When filling out the cluster membership and role, the cluster allows us to select the user type. As you can see here, there's some from the drop-down. So we'll choose students, alumni, and parents. So we'll choose students, come back in, here's parent, back in, there's alumni. Okay. Under the membership, this is going to allow us to select whether or not a specific membership is required in order to purchase the ticket. So we have no results yet because our current, our demo group doesn't have any memberships yet, but you will see those show up if that's a requirement you would like. And then choosing a role down here on the bottom would allow us to target a certain group of users who have a specific role. So here we can see alumni again, student, graduate, undergraduate, employee, default. So that would allow you to make the purchasability a little bit more restricted to who can buy a specific ticket. For example, if you want to, do a specific pricing to a certain group of people, that's how you could do it. If you use the purchasability restrictions, you're going to see the option to display ticket to only those who can buy. Now, unchecking this box will make the ticket visible for users who do not meet the requirement to purchase. So, for example, this could be useful to help encourage people to sign up at a certain membership level in order to purchase a ticket. That could be helpful. Now, if you don't want to restrict who can buy the ticket, you will instead see the option to require users to be logged in when purchasing. So down here on the bottom, we're going to unrestrict this. And now we can see must be logged in to buy the ticket. It's up to you if you would like to do that. Must be logged in, must not be logged in. And the final option allows us to limit the number of tickets someone can buy. So up to you, you can check that, uncheck that. You can see, okay, well, how many people of this specific ticket or how many tickets of this specific can one person buy? Of the 50, I'll say 2, one for, person and spouse, for example. So if everything looks good on this ticket, go ahead and click Save. And then you would do this for any other tickets, right? So you would click Add another new ticket, enter all your information, blue level, blue level includes entry, blue level can be free, for example. You can buy, we'll have 25 of those. We won't restrict who can buy it, and you must be logged in. No max number of tickets can be purchased. We only have 25 available, but you get the idea. So that's how you add all your different ticket levels, ticket types. Next, we're going to build our registration form. So to get started on this, we're going to click on the blue Add a Field button. And here we can actually see a couple of options for our form. So let's start with a simple text field. out of course, all of them. So we'll type here, and this is the display name, obviously. So for display name, you'll just need to enter the number of characters allowed in the box. So we'll just say this is the full name, right? If you would like a placeholder text, you can also enter that as well. So this is what people are going to see. We want your full name, placeholder text. We can type in first, last, so they can see that. And then the tooltip is enter the name of the attendee here if you would like a tooltip. No big deal. And then, of course, we can choose to limit the number of characters, 140, whichever you'd like. And then we'll go ahead and click Save. So now our form is going to have the text field. I should have had, hold on. Try that again. Full name. 40. Okay, well you will it's supposed you'll see them start to show up here as we do it. Let's try another one. Let's go ahead on to let's add a yes no. So we'll do a Boolean. Simple yes no, display name, over 18 years older. Yes, yes, no. Okay. So as you continue to add more sections, you'll actually see this pop out. Unfortunately, it's not updating for me right now. So we can try clicking save, for example. And this is if you want to set an event date, select a list of options, a double list of options. Very, very, very quick, simple, and easy. We can try doing that, and we'll see if that shows up here afterwards. Next, we can actually, before we click save, I want to show you this first, just in case something happens. You can choose to allow a cancel or refund policy. So if you do, click the option, and then you can set the amount of time it takes for users to cancel. So you can say, all right, well, we'll allow them to cancel up to 7 days before the beginning of the event. And if you have a refund policy, go ahead and check that, and you can enter that in there. 5 days before the event, no, we just said 7, and that's all good. And then lastly, the payment settings down here on the bottom, it should automatically be set up and populated with your group or club specific payment account, and you shouldn't have to change anything here. So, but if so, there will be a drop down. If you have multiple accounts, you'll see that too. And then once you have everything set up, including your registration form that obviously is going to be working for you, go ahead and click save in the upper right-hand corner. And that's it. You've just created a registration form using the ticketing option. So let's go back in and just check that real quick, see if it did update. If not, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Registration. Let's see if those did populate real quick. And there they did. So once I click save, it did show up. There's our full name field option that we showed up, over 18, yes or no. And then you can actually choose which tickets it's available for. So if you only need it for the blue level, you can uncheck which ones are visible for specific tickets, as well as showing that option or requiring that option for an event. So if an event and a person needs to be 18 years or older, you would want to require that. If you need their full name, you would want to require that as well. And that's it. Finally, thanks for watching.